As I know they there right now, I promise you guys, for a victory party, after everything, me and you guys go to jam and things. Say Fadama, Becca, Nyamicha, all those sides. Say you all my people, I pass everywhere, you understand me? So I beg, maybe you just pardon me. After everything, we'll have party, and me now will give you the date.
Occasions that we find out some celebrities, or better still, some people within the entertainment fraternity, those who are famous and popular. Sometimes we see them fighting media people and we ask ourselves why they are fighting them. Sometimes we see them saying some bitter stuff about media people and we ask, why are they fighting? It is my wish that one day you will be in their shoes for some few hours. Then after, when you are able to follow what these media guys do to them, when you are able to observe what they go through in the hands of some of the media people, you would understand that their fight is legit. Trust me, you would understand that they need to fight. And fighting, I don't mean to go take guns and bullets. I mean to protect their brands in any way possible. If you go into their shoes, you would understand why sometimes they are supposed to do that. I'll be telling you a story. Let me tell you a very simple story. Then after, we can pick a thing or two. And maybe this would help us to understand why sometimes we see clashes between media people and celebrities or people in the art industry. So some few months ago, Shatta Wale goes on a podcast hosted by Fia Odo and some of her girly friends. The podcast, I know it is called Rants, Bans and Confession. Shatta Wale has given them one of the biggest stories ever since the podcast started airing. And during their conversation, Shatta was asked about Black Sherif's fashion sense. Obviously, because this is an industry conversation and it is an industry that he's part of, he decided to share his opinion on that. And I remember him saying that, oh yes, Black Sherif is cool, he's doing well, but sometimes some of his fashion statements I don't get. That was exactly how Shatta Wale put it. And again, sometimes I wish that anytime I say this, there is a video to support it so people will get to know exactly what was said. Now fast forward. When Shatta Wale was done saying that, some media people, and I know those who know, they know them as well. So there is no need for me to even give shout outs to anybody who does not need it. Some media people made it a target to change the narrative away from that Shatta Wale thing he said. And they put out a narrative that suggested that Shatta Wale meant Black Sherif does not know how to appear well as a celebrity, or better still, Black Sherif does not know how to dress as a celebrity. This narrative caught up with a whole lot of people. They believed it. They actually thought it was the truth. They never, for a second, thought this could be a lie. Because of course, they also had a mindset over Shatta Wale that, okay, Shatta Wale, if he wants to say it, he will say it without looking back. This narrative went far. Fortunately, or unfortunately, around that same time, Black Sherif was spotted making some posts, which also, unfortunately, once again, suggested that he was more or less trolling Shatta Wale or replying to what Shatta Wale had said in the podcast. And this did not end. Shatta Wale went on some interview platforms and he was asked about that attitude. Okay, even before he went on interview platforms, when Black Sherif made such post online, Shatta had the opportunity to appear on his own live feed, on his own live broadcast, and he talked about his disappointment. Once again, he did not hide it. He talked about his disappointment on Black Sherif for coming out the way he did, making it look like, okay, some people have said that you are talking about how I look and that you think how I look is not the best. Now, I am also making fun of you because I also have a picture of you looking some way. Shatta did not hide the fact that he wasn't happy with such posts from Black Sherif, which suggested that he was replying to him or also making fun of him. After that, during interview platforms, he talked about the fact that Black Sherif has been misled by some people, and unfortunately, he is also playing a game to meet what they have pushed him into. This obviously led Shatta to say what he wanted to say as an industry person who has been around for longer years than Black Sherif has, including talking about the fact that some of these things create unnecessary tension and beef among or between artists, and if you are not careful, this will lead to some things to your career that might not be favorable to you. Once again, it also got his own interpretation out there. Now, when Shatta went on these interviews and said people are trying to create beefs for him and Black Sherif, he was so clear that this is not what he even wants to do. There's not something that an industry should be pushing. And there are videos out there once again to confirm this. That why should people even be thinking like this? Why should people even be pushing such a narrative like him and Black Sherif to have any misunderstanding, confusion, beef, or what have you? Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. Days gone by, weeks gone by, and maybe it's a month or two, and Black Sherif appears on another interview platform in Nigeria, City FM to be specific. And again, still on media people. The media person who obviously had done his research about Black Sherif, recent stories about him and Shatta Wale, decided to poke him to find out what Black Sherif's responses will be. So in the interview, this journalist did everything possible to make Black Sherif speak in a way that will surely provoke Shatta Wale. He asked a question in a way Black Sherif saw where he was driving to, and he decided to swerve it. This guy wouldn't allow himself to be swerved, decides to come again in a different way, so that Black Sherif will still fall for the trick or fall for the trap. Sherif still saw it. He went through different ways and means to just push the young musician to speak in a way to Shatta Wale that obviously will make it look like, okay, indeed there is bad blood. And Black Sherif knew the agenda of the journalists. Black Sherif did everything possible not to fall for that trick. There are videos there for you to also confirm exactly what I'm saying. What he even added was that, no, this is not needed. And even the Shatta Wale that you guys want me to beef or you guys want to clash heads with, I have been a supporter of him. Not today, not now. I have been a supporter of his career and his music since. I even have a cousin. His name is Shatta Wale or SM. So how do you guys even expect me to think like this? How do you guys expect me to think that Shatta Wale is someone I would want to beef? Like for what? To achieve what exactly? The gentleman was smart enough not to fall for the, someone who say, the agenda of the media people. Not to fall for the trick to push him to foul in this particular conversation. Now, you can watch the video to confirm exactly what I am talking about. And I'm sure when I come back, I'll talk about why it has become necessary for me to do this editorial. Watch it. I'll be right back.
Now let's talk about you and Shatta Wale. What's going on?
See, one thing you guys don't even know, say, me, you say me, I know from Accra. I'm from Konongo. We fight, we do for SM in back. I they tell you, I have cousin in name is Shatta Wale. Nothing go fi go on between me down. It know they happen like that. Like how the streets nationwide they the kind of positions we they occupy, the streets no need that.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. But for those who don't know what this question is about, let me just give them some context or some premise to it. I mean, there was a podcast where he was at, and he made a few statements about fashion and maybe Black Sherif sometimes, you know, wearing big clothes and maybe a stylist. And after that, according to reports, you put up a story not too long after that.
I never put up
on
no
Snapchat.
Story.
That was what they claimed.
I no put up no story. So if somebody go do an interview, make I know they post on my Snapchat. I no put up no story. I never reply nobody.
Okay.
Nothing.
But
whatever it be, they say I talk, they say this, that. It be a lot of fun, fueling stuff. Me personally, Muhammad Ismail Sherif, I never reply nobody go talk about me, about nothing, about nothing. I know they reply nothing about my fashion stuff. Like, people say a lot about how they have a lot to say about how I dress, but they know they my wardrobe, nothing. No,
real.
I do whatever I want, the music I want to make. Whoever is saying about me, if it be good only, I they show gratitude.
Well, so you saw it. How the guy was playing that hide and seek with Black Sherif. How he was trying to dribble him at all costs, just to make sure that the gentleman will fall. But once again, Black Sherif has been saying he's always on his 10 toes. So he didn't fall. He was able to swerve him as well. Now, you want to swerve me, I swerve you first. That was how it ended. I saw many commentaries on social media. People commending Black Sherif for how smart he was in handling the journalists. I saw many people really bigging Black Sherif up like, wow, that was an intelligence of an answer to a question that was said to be a trap for you. That was smart of you to see that someone was pushing you to commit foul, but you still decided to play fair by not committing foul. Many have really commended Black Sherif for that, and I think I'll add my voice to that as well. That was smart, Black Sherif. That was great on your part. And again, you did something beautiful by not falling for the tricks of the presenter. Fast forward. I was around when a gentleman on Facebook, Gideon the blogger, posted a link he made a post on his Facebook timeline. And he wrote something like, Kojo Sheldon has been disgraced because according to him, the agenda that he pushed for Black Sherif to beef with Shatta Wale has failed. And once again, there are video evidences there for you to see exactly what I'm talking about. Where Gideon the blogger shared a video, and in this video, Kojo Sheldon was saying that, Black Sherif fan, how can it disappoint me? I set this thing up. I decided to set this thing up. I decided to clash your head with Shatta Wale so that when he comes, you also give it to him back to back. So that when he comes, you also go hard at him. So that when he comes, you don't slow, you also fight back. But you disappointed me by not doing what I was thinking. My goodness. That was what he said in the video. And I'm sure you can watch this one as well to get exactly what I'm saying. I am not fabricating any story from my head. There are video evidences to prove what I'm saying. And watch this. I'll come back to wrap up my submission on this.
Oh, blah. Oh, blah. Oh, my ancestors for more. Charlie, your mom was talking about the fact that, he just posted his thing on Snap and it didn't have anything to do with Shatta. Oh, blah. Oh. Yes, we know you are doing your thing, but bro. See, Blacko is a troll. He used to be a troll and he said it. And at that point, he was trolling, but it was just subliminals. The fact that he has refused to admit in a way, it vexed me because Yashishe Juma, wow, Yashishe Juma, come say near the other. See, this be the thing people they do. They make the other person they feel like he's powerful because it's like, these people are even afraid to talk about me. They are afraid to reply me. They are afraid to enter into this kind of back and forth with me. So he will keep doing it to you people. Because it's like when he comes out to say some of these things, nobody wants to like stand up to him. Blacko, they won't tell me say some of the things he posts for the story. Blah. Right now, when I face drop, but what me, I know the bar for the other side be him trying to be like he's that. Oh no, like as I made them in pessimist. Oh, Charlie, sometimes boom. See the way your man was so calm. Sometimes I come be sorry. I know how to throw man in back. And that be why the person on the other side will always, step on your necks, because it's like you people don't want to reply, you people are afraid to reply him, or you people don't want to enter into the gutters with the person.
Now, let's move on to close this conversation. In both cases, there was the journalist from Shatta's first interview who asked Shatta's opinion about Black Sherif. Obviously, knowing that, whatever opinion Shatta will share, whether good or bad, some people are likely to misunderstand it. Once again, a media person at play. Number two, right after, Kojo Sheldon also takes it up, and some other media people. And in the process, they also try to twist the story to create the impression that Shatta had insulted or Shatta had said something that was not favorable to Black Sherif's brand. That should also be noted down. Now, point number 3. Black Sherif goes to Nigeria, and once again, a media person is also there, trying to provoke him to put out some insults to Shatta Wale, who obviously will come across as a big brother to Black Sherif. A big brother both in the industry and away from the industry. That was also said. And again, it was also projected, fabricated, or pushed by another media person. Now, when Black Sherif was able to swerve all these traps, when he was able to beat all these agenda from the media person, there is another media person, in this case, Kojo Sheldon again, comes in and during his editorial on his platform, talked about the fact that Black Sherif has disappointed him. Why did Black Sherif disappoint him? Because Black Sherif decided to go for peace and not for war. Talked about the fact that Black Sherif, why is he making Shatta Wale look bigger? Why is Black Sherif making Shatta Wale look like, yeah, he's the guy, and that when he says nobody should come after him? See? From beginning to the end, all the instigators have been media people. From beginning of this story to the end, all the people who were looking for these clashes, they have been media people. They are not fans. They are not artists. They are media people. What Kojo Sheldon said in the final video as to why Black Sherif disappointed him, why Black Sherif did not fight back, why Black Sherif did not fire back at Shatta Wale. First of all, let me add that I don't know whether he said it in jest or he was serious about it. Yes, as media people, sometimes there are some things we play with. We say it and not really because we are very mad or angry. Sometimes we just say it for saying sake. I'm not too sure which of the stance he made that statement. Whether he was indeed serious or maybe he was saying it for fun. Whatever it is, if I follow the trajectory from how the whole thing started and how it ended and his final commentary after Black Sherif's interview in Nigeria, I ask myself, why do some media people take delight in always pushing the wrong narrative between talents? Why do some media people, why do they always come across as they are excited when they see two talents fighting each other? Why do some media people show some enthusiasm to know that, some talent have locked horns? And so many answers running through my mind. Some of them just to create this so they can tap into that, create content, make money. Some of them just to create this so that their long-held perception about some people will hold true. Some people just to do this, and whilst it is happening, they are happy. and catching cruise or catching feelings. That is how it is done. And I'm here asking myself, why? Why is it always going to be like that? Therefore, the next time you see a media personality having any issue with a celebrity, with an industry person, don't rush to judge that celebrity. Don't rush. Take your time. Ask yourself that what happened? Why is it happening like that? Who started it? Ask yourself, when is this going to end? Ask all the questions. The 5 W's and the H. Ask them all. And you'll be looking for answers. Why it is like that. Now imagine, in all the stages where a media person was somewhere at the intersection or at the junction, wanting to create confusion, imagine the artist fell for all these ones. Like I'm sure, as we talk, there will be avalanche of confusion all over around us in an industry where we are supposed to be looking for progress, where we are supposed to be looking for development. No, people push so that others will lock horns and they will be happy. They'll be cashing out of it. They'll be making business out of it. They'll be making money out of it. Then to the detriment of an industry. The time that we are supposed to use to discuss progress, unfortunately, you'll be using that time to discuss what? Beef, agenda, fight, confusion, misunderstanding, and they'll be happy about it. Now, I came here to tell you that the next time you hear any celebrity have an issue with a media person, don't generalize it by saying something. Because there's something people have been saying about Shatta Wale's brand often. Oh, Shatta Wale says he hates the media. No, Shatta Wale does not hate the media. Shatta Wale does not like the ways of some media people. Then they'll say, oh, Sarkodie recorded a song and said, Kwesi Abuaje, if he thinks he is also doing something great, why has he been on Ghana radio for far too long? Why is he also not going abroad? Why is he also not going to BBC? Yes, and I know someone will say, hey, maybe Sarkodie doesn't respect. I know sometimes the talent will come and the media people, yes, take your time in judging them, because sometimes the media people create some of these things. Now look at the story I've told you. Look at the story I just narrated to you and ask me which one was not by a media person. Which one was not started by a media person? They were all started by media people. I don't know why we want to have fun in that. I don't know why we want to always jubilate when there is trouble. I don't get it. I don't know why it is like that. Personally, I think this should end. And again, I also think that sometimes talent should also be a little wide awake for some of these things. You go to a platform and you realize that this agenda being pushed is one of negativity. If you can, and especially if it do not bring you any benefit, stay clean of it. Stay far away from it, because they are pushing you for their own benefit. They are pushing you for their own interest. So if it will not be of interest to you, stay far away from it. Because the more you make them win, sometimes it is to their benefit. They pay back at every point, then they are also cashing out at the detriment of your career. To me, I would also commend Black Sherif for being smart and not falling for the trick. Yes, I know even with this, there are some people who can still find means to misinterpret some of the things he said. But to me, if you ask me, from what he has done for himself as an artist, he spoke in a way that he wouldn't also look cheap. He spoke in a way that he wouldn't also look like intimidated. He spoke in a way that his brand would also still be intact after whatever he's saying. And that is what everybody would do. Everybody would want to protect their brand in conversations like this, and at the same time not hurting the other brand. So he said, no, this is not even important to me now. Why should I even go and beef Shatta Wale, someone that I have been supporting since. No, he thinks even the street does not need this energy. It is true, the street does not need the energy, but the energy was being fueled by media people. And to me, it is funny. I have been active media practitioner for so many years. In this space, if not more than 2 decades, maybe at least I can do 2. And I'm here asking myself, why? if I've been a corporate or if I've been pushing such an agenda, maybe today, because of where I stand, I have learned, and I wish that when I am talking, someone was okay. Sammy Flex is coming from an experienced background. He's been there, he's done that, he's been there. Therefore, when he's saying it, we should take a cue from it. I just want to tell everybody that the next time you come across a talent fighting with media people, don't judge the talent. Don't say, oh, media people are against this guy or he's against media people. Ask yourself, how did it happen? Who started it? What caused it? I'm sure when you get answers to this, you would understand and sometimes forgive them. You would understand and not blame them all the time. Use the Black Sherif, Shatta Wale example and do your own assessment.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my show, wanna subscribe him. If you na click bell no do na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you na drop a comment was Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I yeba more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share, no brother, and I was still who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what had they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan quote send dia blend beti good news. Blend never share, never subscribe, no brother, and I was still who edumede in the more platform do. Video be able post on had they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say won't the day Shatta Wale fan quote send dia blend beti good news by Shatta Wale. Ne bomb modern share, no brother, and I was sister. On who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.